Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. He's going to field this at the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Rams will take possession. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Pass complete, Tutu Atwell. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Looking. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
And he has it near the sideline and near the marker. They're going to say he's out of bounds. Nearly a big play on 3rd, but now 4th down. Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Wow, huge mental mistake here. Makes the fair catch at the 3. They're going to be backed up against their own goal line as a result. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this one only gets up to about the 5-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game today, partner, but this has me smelling peanuts and hot dogs. This is starting more like a baseball game. We got a 2-0 score here, still in the first.
Kind of like a little pitcher's duel, too, right? I mean, just one of these games, and if it starts this way, who knows where it goes from here. But I do know this. It's a confidence builder for a defense. When a defense can go out there and not just get a stop, but put points on the board, man, does that usually infuse them with energy to come.
And this isn't going to help things following that safety as the free kick winds up out of bounds. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Tua. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Slot man in motion right. From the 41. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. We're back for the second quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score. Tua now from the gun. Has it in close. Touchdown, LA! So this solid first half continues from they're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams push the lead to 2 scores now. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returnable from the 2. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohou. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Wright reels it in. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He'll get this one to Adams. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. 2nd and 3. That one complete to Higbee. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up an LA first down. Here's Tua again. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Tagovailoa on first down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this inside the red zone to the 15 before going out. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. He gets this one in Nakua. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Rams looking for a bigger lead before the break. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Working quickly here. Williams takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow their lead just before halftime. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams take a 16-point lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Flush out now to his left. Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the Rams bring him down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Third and long for him here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up fourth and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got the hook up to Atwell. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Completed to his running back. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's got the hook up to Adams. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Rams are going to have a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Motioning him from the slot right. First down, here's Tua. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Tua off the play fake. That one's complete, right side. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end. Instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On play action now, McCarthy. Has a man, it's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This will be caught by Adams. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this one to Adams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Not first down. Here's Tagovailoa. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Williams has the LA touchdown. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Michigan. That gets them a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Only 1 play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's on the move. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. From the 39. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams parlay the interception into points. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either. Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams grow their lead yet again. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Has some daylight through the 40. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to hitting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Vikings.
First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Headed out right. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jared Verse on the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
From the 23. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He's on the move. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. McCarthy to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Vikings electing not to kick it. The offense staying out there. They're going for 2. It's caught. And he is going to get in. That's going to cut a couple more off of that lead.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
Right, ready to send this one away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Tua off the play fake. Searches from the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So it'll be second down.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the 2 were not able to reel it in.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Has the connection to right. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Rams football, and they don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Running for the marker with Williams. Has the first, but wants more. He's past the 45. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Atwell, the motion man here. Tagovailoa on first down. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Number 17, Devontae Adams. 1st and goal.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams put up even more points in a win. Cardi now for the PAT. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Rams continue piling onto this lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returnable from the 1. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. Darius Williams with the INT. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Cardi down for the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Rams continue adding on to that lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy fits it through the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
One of the advantages, Kate, a quarterback gets when he leaves the pocket and he's seeing zone coverage is you can really start to manipulate those defenders. And crossing routes are a great way to break down zone defense, especially when you get yourself outside the pocket.
Back to the air, McCarthy. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A quick throw completed out to the left. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Right, ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
First down, here's Tua. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Big game downfield. Into the red zone. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Rams throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams tack on 7 more to their lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Vikings hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And they pick him off again! Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Tua again. It's an LA touchdown. Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that falls incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kobe Durant has it. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking.
This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returnable from the 2. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Brock, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month.